Hey everyone, so first of all, very quickly, I apologise for the lighting in here. I don't know why it's appalling because this is normally the time of day when I film and it's the days are supposed to be getting lighter. But yeah, so today I'm talking about the Hoobs, and the Hoobs was one of my favourite shows. It first aired in 2000 and then it ran until 2002, but the repeats were still played. And I loved this show. It was on Milkshake just before High Five. So we're talking 6, half 6, and every morning without fail I would get up and watch the Hoobs. I loved it. It's about like puppets. It's not like an animation, but it's not real people. They're puppets and they're like fuzzy. And they sort of have the characteristics of humans. You know, they have arms, they have legs, they have hands, they have a face. But obviously they're not human because they have a twizzle tuft on their head instead of hair, and their mannerisms are different. And they live in a sort of caravan, but it's like a really bright, well, a camper van, but it's really bright and colourful and funky. And you have the Motorettes who sing the songs, which I'll get onto the songs in a minute. And then you have the 5 main characters. You have Hubba Hubba, who is blue and he has big blue ears, and he's your sort of head Hoob. He is the one who reports to the 3 main other Hoobs with a story that they have to do, and he gives them a question and they have to go and investigate that question, which again I will talk about more soon, and they have to find the answer to that question. And at the end of each episode they report back with the answer of that question in Hoob News. Then you have Roma, who is your sort of orangey coloured, like an orangey coppery type of colour, and she is your little reporter, and she goes out into various places in the real world and finds out what she can to give the other Hoobs a helping hand with solving the question. Then you have the 3 Hoobs who live in the camper van, who solve the question, and that is Iver, Groove and Tula. Iver is the purple one, and he's very much your, right, we have to get this job done now guys. He's very organised, he's very, not controlling, but he likes to know that everything is being done the right way. And then you have Groove, who is green, and he's a bit carefree. He likes to collect collections. I'm a little bit like that actually. He's very sort of giggly and energetic, and not that he doesn't care, but he's a lot more laid back than Iver. Then you have Tula, who is pink, and she's the only girl one, and she is the sensible one. Of course she is. She's a girl. What more could you expect? Then, as I said, you have the Motorettes who sing a song, and when the 3 main Hoobs, Iver, Groove and Tula, get their question, and they have to think about it, and then they'll end that question with a question like who, or what, or why, and then you'll have the little dream weave, and then you will go to the Motorettes, and then they will say that they're off to see the Tiddly Peeps. Now the Tiddly Peeps are the Hoob's name for children, and they go to the children, these real children, and ask them questions and try and find out answers to solve this specific question that they have been asked. And it is educational. You do have that educational value straight away because the Hoobs are learning, the children at home and maybe even the adults at home watching are going to be learning about this topic, this question. They're going to be finding the answer out. They're not necessarily difficult questions, but for younger children they might be considered a little bit more challenging. I was 8 when this first came out, not really the target audience age. I'd say it's more of a show that would be on CBeebies. Their target audience is like birth until 7 years old at a push. So it's not really of my target audience age then, and definitely not now, but I still love it. And one of the main reasons I love it is the fact that there are so many funny words in this. They're called Hoobisms, which is basically the Hoobs language. They speak English, but they have their own slang, if you like. So I've written a list of all my favourite ones. So they say hi by going hooble-doop. So Iver will come in and go hooble-doop groove. And then they have a long hi, which is like when they're really excited. Then they'll go hooble-doop, whoop, whoop, whoop. I love that one. And then you have hooble-toodle-doo, which is goodbye, of course. And then you have hoobacious, which is Groove's favourite word, and it means fantastic, which is exclaimed quite a lot throughout the show, which is pretty cool. Then you have a tiddly peep, as I said, as a child, and the peep is an adult. And then, sorry, I was reading this on Wikipedia the other day because I was like, I couldn't remember them all, and an old person is called a wrinkly peep. I'm sorry, I laughed a lot when I read that because it's just so blunt and straightforward. Old person, wrinkly peep. It did make me laugh. Then, as I said, the twizzle tuft is their tuft of hair on the top of their head, which I know you can't see what I'm doing. And then their Hoobie pods is their bed. If you go onto the Wikipedia page, which I will link in the below bar, there is a whole list of Hoobisms, so they are really fun and funky words, and it's just a big laugh. It is educational, but it's fun and brightly coloured. There wasn't that much in the way of merchandise. I remember I think McDonald's did like little Hoob toys at one point, like a Teddy Iver and a Teddy Groove and things. but it wasn't like a massive franchise or anything. Yet it still did exceptionally well. Obviously it was only in production for 2 years, and I do wish they carried it on for a bit, but I think there was enough episodes to sort of make you entertaining, and you still have the Motorettes, and they have really funky songs. I'm not going to sing any of them, but it's just it's so lively and energetic for being on at 6, half 6 in the morning, and it is brilliant. So go and watch it if you haven't seen it. I will, if I can find some really good clips, I will put links to certain clips in the below bar. But if you just search the Hoobs on YouTube, I'm fairly sure you'll get a lot of clips there, but I'll go and see what I can find for you. But it's just absolutely fantastic. So please feel free to leave comments and things and let me know your thoughts. That's it for now. Any requests, feel free to let me know, and I will see you next time. Bye!